What's up, everybody? This is Kyrecker here, back at you another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the new Target exclusive WWE Ultimate Edition Undertaker. Yes, if you've been following me for a while, like, this is my era of the Undertaker right here. This is the version of him that I grew up with right here. So when they announced this, that you can imagine, I pretty much went absolutely nuts. I've been waiting for it, and here he is. He looks freaking gorgeous. I cannot wait to tear this bad boy open. But of course, first thing is first. We got the usual exclusive Ultimate packaging here with the red border up here. Of course, Undertaker, Ultimate Edition. Of course, picture of the dead man right there. I mean, to me, that's Undertaker right there. Of course, usual at the top there. In the back with a picture of Undertaker right there, all dressed up. Awesome. Of course, picture of him right there. Little description of this era from 07 to 2010. And then, of course, his little stats. You can pause it right there if you want to read both, if you want. So, pretty basic. Now, what also surprised me about this figure was he's actually cheaper than the regular Ultimate Edition, which surprised me. He was the same price as a regular Elite, which is, of course, $22.99 at this point. Whereas other Ultimates are $32. I was like, okay, why is this one cheaper? Like, they're like two separate tags on the shelf. I was like, okay, why is this one cheaper? But hey, I'm not complaining. But anyways, that does it for the packaging. Let's open up Undertaker and see what we have. We'll be right back. So here's Undertaker out of his packaging, and Mattel, you've definitely redeemed themselves with an Ultimate Undertaker, because the last Ultimate Edition Undertaker was a little bit disappointing. I mean, I still like it, but it was a little bit disappointing. But this one, they nailed it, and of course, captured Undertaker pretty much perfectly from the era that I grew up with him on. Like, the nostalgia. Feels like I'm 10 years old and it's 2007 all over again. So, awesome figure. Let's get right into it. First up is his accessories. He comes with 3 pairs of hands. He's got the standard grips, of course. You need that. Got a pair of fists. And a pair of more open hands for his entrance pose, which is pretty cool. Of course, we got the standard trench coat and his hat that we've seen before. It's like that fake leather material, or I forget what it's called. I think it's nylon, I think. I like this material. And plus, it looks great on the figure. And of course, the hat, nothing spectacular. Of course, we got the World Heavyweight Championship, which he was my favorite world champion back in the day. I don't know, he just looked perfect with this belt around his waist, as it does in the photo and the packaging here. So, always cool to see this belt. And last, he comes with 3 heads, which I'll get into that right now. Starting off with the default head, which I like, has that cold stare. Looks great. I mean, that's Undertaker right there. I think that's a great likeness to Undertaker right there. Second head sculpt is the same, but it's more grimacing somewhat, which is fine. And finally, of course, the iconic eyes roll in the back of his head with the tongue sticking out. We saw this before with the other Ultimate Edition Undertaker, which I like it. This might be my favorite head sculpt that they've ever done for Undertaker. Like I said, it looks like him. It's got the iconic pose, like perfect, with the iconic expression. Alright, now onto the gear. Now, we've seen this outfit before, way back in Elite Series 8, which, believe it or not, was actually my second only Elite figure I ever owned in my collection. Sucks I traded it away years ago. But hey, it's great to see this gear back. I'm surprised it took them like this long to produce another Undertaker figure with this particular gear. But it's the standard, the black singlet bodysuit. Basically the same as usual black, but we got this design here, which I like that. Very cool. And standard black boots here. And of course, all his tattoos, which they pretty much nailed it. It looks phenomenal. Like, excellent detail. And of course, we do got the tattoos there on each side of his neck, which is nice. I guess there's nothing on the back there. It's just a couple of parts of his tattoos bleeding through. Fantastic. Anyway, this right here, this is the Undertaker from my era. Except Mattel, awesome. Articulation is pretty much the same as the modern Ultimates. Head rotates side to side, can go up and down a little bit. Arms rotate 360, can go in and out. bicep. Has a double joint elbow, but it's hindered by his elbow pad a little bit. So with the wrist and then hinge at the wrist. Does have the butterfly joint, which I don't know, these are hit or miss on the Ultimate Edition figures. Of course, is the upper torso joint, which go forward and back, side to side, and rotate a little bit. Waist swivel, nice. Legs forward and back, in and out. Whoop, rotate the thigh. Double jointed knee. Swivel with the boot. Hinge at the ankle, but it's very stiff. Ankle pivot and the toe articulation. And unfortunately, we do have the legs that can drop down a little bit, like that. So it's almost like a double hinge, which allows you to move forward better. I mean, certain poses it works, but a lot of times it doesn't. I mean, I just don't really care for it. I mean, Hasbro started doing it, and now Mattel's doing it. I just don't care for it. But whatever. Anyway, so articulation's fine. It's a little wobbly on the torso up here. But honestly, no complaints with this figure. I mean, Mattel, like I said, I think you pretty much nailed this one. It definitely brought back a lot of childhood memories from 07 to 2010. Like, great, like, just itch of nostalgia. Awesome figure. Well worth the hype, well worth the money. So, quick final thoughts. Overall, as you can imagine, I freaking love this figure. I mean, this brings back so many good memories of my childhood from that era, 07 to 2010. Like, Mattel, you nailed it with this one, and you definitely redeemed yourselves, because the last Undertaker Ultimate was a little bit disappointing, but this one is phenomenal. I honestly have no complaints, aside from minor loose joints with the upper torso and the butterfly joints. They really need to work on that. Like, every Ultimate with those joints is so loose. And maybe, I don't know, that little better quality control on the eyes, because I've seen some of them are very, very messed up. Like, it's very, very sloppy. So I would say if there's multiples in your local Target, make sure you look at all of them before buying. Like I said, really aside from that, phenomenal figure. Because it definitely captures this era just about perfectly. Like, this is honestly the must-have Undertaker figure for your collection. Like, if you can only have one Undertaker figure, this is the one to get, honestly, in my opinion. I would say if you can find him at your local Target or get him online for a good price, snatch him up. Like, this is a must-have figure for your collection. Like, snatch him up. Enough said. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Be sure to check out my previous review, which was the Target exclusive Legends Series 23 Hulk Hogan. I have a few more reviews coming up for you this week, so stay tuned for that. We got LA Knight and Chelsea Green from Late 108 coming, so you might want to subscribe so you don't miss that. And also, be sure to ring the bell so you don't miss a single review, and stay tuned for more reviews of not just WWE action figures, but AEW action figures, toy hunts, stop motions, some shorts, and a whole lot more. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Until next time, remember, you can't touch my dream and you can't touch my soul. I'm out. Take care, guys.